There's one of my subscribers, and you know who you are. He's asking some pretty good questions that I think are important for us all to know. So that's why I'm kind of making this video, because I'm just sharing information that I think people need to hear. And the only way that I know what information I would share is through the questions that I get. Now, the question is things going to get a lot worse? Kind of look at your own experience. If you're waking up and you're kind of seeing the bigger picture, what happened to you? I had to go through hell. I had to lose everything, and I had to lose all my attachments to stuff to really, really understand the bigger picture. And it is like going into a big dark hole, a black hole. There is an event horizon that when this big bad stuff ends up going on, it's how you're going to handle yourself while you experience the hell you need to experience for you to wake up with. So when you look around and people, you see a lot of things that are wrong, but your neighbor who's working a job and has all his money and thinks that we just need to work harder and things will turn around by doing more of the same shit, and you can't talk to them, you can't let them know what's really going on. They just don't get it. They perceive you to be the one that's crazy. um, they need to lose their shit. They need to have a negative experience for them to wake up with. It's just like the Gulf oil now. Like Katrina came, nobody really seen the causes of that or that it was well predicted. We're starting to learn about HAARP and how they can literally control and gain strength to a hurricane and guide it down the specific path they want it to guide it down. They had the canals or whatever they're calling it, but they intentionally knew that it was going to collapse if something like a Hurricane 5 was going to come there. They knew how many people would die from that. They let them sit there for how many days before anybody showed up and helped. They didn't even go and help anybody after. I mean, it was so minimal, the amount of help they did get, yet there's magically enough money to pay for a war and kill a bunch of people for oil. Like we had what it took to help somebody out, but we didn't with Katrina. 9/11 was another one that, oh, come on. How many buildings, just fall down on themselves with a couple of planes, and one building just falls down because, oh, it's just there. It's scientifically impossible. The only way we've ever seen anything fall down so perfectly and so fast is if it was blown up. But the fact that government won't even talk about it is questionable. And a lot of people woke up by seeing something really big and bad happen. But the world didn't sort of wake up. So Katrina happened. We've seen how big and bad. We're starting to see government really isn't representing us. We're starting to wake up, but the whole globe still isn't waking up. So now we have the Gulf oil. They're all, deer in headlights. They're still involved in a lot of people that are even down there aren't waking up to what's really going on. They think they can actually sue and get money for it. They're like trusting in somebody to come and save them still. They're not really getting the idea that nobody's there to help you. You're there by design. You're there to show that we aren't there helping you. So after, they are in their own event horizon. They are going through their own hell right now. They are not waking up, and probably a lot of them will end up dying of cancer or dying of some illness. They'll see that there's no court systems that's even functioning. But how many of us will wake up to see that, okay, the media is not reporting shit, the government's not doing anything to help anybody out. People themselves aren't there to help anybody out. I mean, Oprah's got all the money in the world. Do you see her donating anything? No. The people that have the money, Bill Gates and all these people that are saying we need to put our money into good causes, where are they? I don't see them putting any money to cleaning up that Gulf that's going to affect our freaking air, our fish, our wildlife. Not one of these big, huge, wealthy people that are saying they're going to do something good with their money are actually doing anything good with their money. So it's like the Gulf oil still has not woken anybody up to nothing yet. So will there be more bad stuff coming? Yes. There has to be more bad stuff coming because nobody's waking up yet. And they're letting you know we're going to destroy the planet. We're letting you know we're going to kill off most of the people on the planet. And it's like, at what point are you going to say, enough, don't want to die, not going to play this game anymore? What does it take for me to wake up? What do I have to do? Um, so it's like people have to, like, the process is kind of, you're going to lose your mind. And um, those of us who have woken up, you'll kind of understand that those that are judging you to lose your mind, you're just being judged by their perception. And it's more of, no, you're gaining your mind. And for me, there was no help at all. Even some of the sciences and the doctors that I could see was good information, they weren't even there for me. They didn't even wake up. I'm finding that people that are woken up aren't really even woken up yet. I don't see anybody actually following through on some really good solid information out there. So yeah, I do believe there's going to be a lot of shit, but if you know, like it is just going to be another event horizon. Allow it to happen because it needs to happen. This is the only way that we're going to all wake up. And things can change instantly. If you have a whole globe all waking up at the same instant time, everybody instantly recognizing what's going on and cannot participate in the game, that instant, the whole world will change. It has that power. It does not have to take a long time. It can all happen instantly. And we have 2 years. I think it's all going to happen within 2012. I think you know, the planet's, the bigness of our reality is telling us what our time frame is. So we have 2 years. So yeah, it'll probably be 2 years worth of hell, but set the example for those that are losing their minds. Anybody who is waking up, you know, work on yourself first. Get yourself calm. Start testing out this stuff. Start seeing how you can attract the things you want. Think globally of what it is you want in your life. How can you attract that? Because that's part of the solution. You need to find your own purpose. And for you to wake up means you have a purpose in your life. And don't be putting out fear. You know, try and and some of my videos I do put out a little bit of fear, but it's almost like people are attracted to what they are experiencing. So if they're experiencing fear, they're looking for it. They want to see more of it. So I may put out a little bit of fearful energy, but it's only more of, okay, I'm trying to grab the audience and then turn it into something more positive. You know, it's like, okay, here's the problem, but don't be scared because this is what you need to do with it. And so any of us that are awake, like Alex Jones seems to think he's awake, yet if you can kind of notice what he's doing, he's putting an awful lot of fear and offering no solutions, and he's not even following any advice. He's not even falling into anything. Like, it's buy gold and silver. It's like, yeah, if you want to hand the wealthy more money, yeah, buy exactly what they want you to do and buy more gold and silver. Because who owns all the gold and silver? The elites. Stupid. But it's, you know, you don't get angry with people like that. You just give them understanding and give them love and just know that it's a maturity thing. And it's just like little babies need to grow up, and you know, some of them need to touch that stove to know the stove is hot. And you know, for me as a parent, I have that experience of being a mom that if I protect my kids all the time, I know they don't learn. So sometimes I have to allow them to experience some negative shit so that they can learn through the experience that they want. You know, they want to learn, and they think that everything's okay, so they, you know, that they think that stove won't burn them, you know, but they do need to touch it. And you got to kind of, I know the more that I try and teach somebody something they don't want to know, the more the walls go up, the more the war goes up, the more the negative energy is experienced. So it's just best to, you know, when they're ready to hear it, then be ready to tell it, you know. But ultimately we learn through example. So I would suggest to everybody, while hell goes on, that's the time that you need to set the example and let everybody know that you're there to help and be loving and ask them what they need, not put your good intention of what you think they need. Because you got to kind of look at yourself. What was good for you? Did you not know what was good for you? Other people know what's good for them. So wait for them to ask and see if you can offer it. In the meantime, I'm putting my channel up more of a blog for myself, a diary. And I'm not pushing myself. I'm not really doing too much heavy marketing. Just seeing if anybody is attracted to the same information as I am, trying to form the group that I want to, the tribe I want to belong to, because the more we have, the larger numbers that we can see who else is out there, the stronger we'll get. So that's all I'm doing. I'm not trying to push myself or my opinions on anybody. Hope that helps. Peace out.